Hi, welcome to Chronic Health. I'm your host, Ryan Lovelace, and today I'm going to be telling you how I lost 40 pounds and how you can too. Now, I'm not going to guarantee you're going to lose 40 pounds because the cool thing is you might not even have 40 pounds to lose, but I definitely had 40 pounds to lose. This right here is a picture of what I looked like before. I don't have too many pictures of what I'll call my big boy days. I don't have too many pictures of it, but that's one that I was able to snag, and I definitely remember, I was 40 pounds heavier at that time. At my heaviest, I was 199. I currently weigh 159. And I kind of want to go through how I got there, what I did before I lost, and then what I did during losing all that weight. And so at first, how I got to 40 pounds heavier was didn't do a thing. Ate everything I wanted to, didn't work out. Man, it was glorious. Taco Bell had these $5 boxes that I would get often. Man, the Crunchwrap was never better. The Baja Blast, you can't get Baja Blast in a store like you can at Taco Bell. It was amazing. But I just didn't do anything. I did everything that I shouldn't have done, which eating wrong affected my physical health, not only in my weight, but also like how I felt. I didn't feel as good. I noticed that I wasn't sleeping as well. I noticed that it just seemed like I was, tired all the time, would wake up, and sometimes I felt good, sometimes I didn't. But it was just, not doing anything. It's not like it was a low point in my life, but it's just didn't do anything, So I gained 40 pounds, paid the price. And it's funny, what really like hit me, what really clicked that I needed to lose weight and I was really gaining a lot of weight was there was one day, I don't know how you like to relax at the house. I like to relax with my shirt off, shorts, no shirt. That's a good day right there. And so I was sitting in my rocking chair, watching TV. Who knows how long I was there. Again, not working out or not eating, right? So I probably just got done eating some delicious Taco Bell. And, I got up, went to the restroom. And after I was done, I was washing my hands. I noticed that there was a red line right here, right on my chest. And I was like, man, what the devil is that? And I noticed, I kind of feel sore right there. And then I noticed it was my fat, rolling over itself and creating a line right there. And then that's when it hit me. I was like, oh man, I need to make a change. I would love to tell you that's when I made the change, but it wasn't until a while after. When I gained all the weight, I was, living in Oklahoma at that time. And then me and my wife, we moved to Kentucky. And I said, okay, as soon as I move, that's when I'm going to make the necessary changes. That's when I'm going to do the things I need to do. That's when I'm going to lose this weight. Because I knew what I wanted to do. And I was like, man, one thing I want to do is play sports for long term and be with my kids. And I can't do that when I'm carrying around a bunch of excess weight. So I said, okay, I need to lose the weight. So I did, number one, I said, okay, I'm going to make a decision to change. I looked at what I was doing, and I noticed that what I was doing was producing a result that I didn't like, so I had to change what I was doing. I had to start exercising, and I had to start eating right. Honestly, for me, what was bigger was not necessarily eating all the good things, just staying away from the bad things. Maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you need to make a decision to say, hey, this is all the bad stuff I'm doing. I need you to just not eat the bad stuff. Or maybe you say, hey, I need to eat the same thing, but just cut the portions down a little bit. What's crazy is portion control is one of the easiest and quickest things that you can do to change your health, in just a matter of weeks. Because sometimes what we do is yeah, the bad things are bad, but when we constantly pile on the bad things, then it becomes even worse. It is the compound effect. The compound effect can work negatively or it can work good. Like I said, for me, I just didn't do anything. And, days, weeks, months of not working out, days, weeks, months of eating the wrong things, eating bad things, because I'd tell myself I'm going to eat at the house tonight. And then I get off work and I say, man, McDonald's is like a half a mile down the road. I'll get some McDonald's. And like I said, it was awesome. Gaining weight is the fun part. But what we don't think about is all that fun we have of not doing the right things has a cost. I was making decisions and doing things that had an outcome that I didn't like. So I had to change what I did in order to change the outcome. I said I want something different, so I have to do something different. So two things that I did was back before I gained all the weight, back when I was, active playing sports in the gym, I worked out 6 days a week and, ate right. And only time I really ate badly was on Sunday. After I get out of church, I'd go get whatever I wanted. I mean, it could be, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Chinese food, barbecue. Where I was living in Oklahoma at the time, within like 2 mile radius was all kinds of different restaurants. It was amazing. I'd go to a restaurant I wanted, take my food home, eat, take a nap, and just hang out the rest of the day. It was awesome. But I was consistently working out. During the week, I was doing all the right things, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And so when I was doing the right things, it produced an outcome that I wanted. But when I stopped doing those things, that's when the outcome that I didn't want started rearing its ugly head. And like I said, when I saw that red line right there, I was like, oh man, I've never had that before. What is that? It's because all the weight I was gaining. And I'd, literally come to, the realization that, hey, this is an outcome I don't want, I don't like. I didn't like the way I felt, didn't like the way I looked, so I made a change. So, the two things I did was, number one, I was like, okay, I'm going to exercise 3 times a week for at least 30 minutes. If I can exercise for 3 times a week, at least 30 minutes, I was like, that's going to be my exercise. Because I knew going from doing nothing, doing all the wrong things, to try and get back to what I was doing, cold turkey, I knew that wasn't sustainable for me, and I knew I wasn't going to do that. So what I decided is, I didn't even decide to say, okay, I'm going to get a gym membership, and then I'm going to, no. You don't even need a gym membership. I didn't even step foot in the gym to lose my 40 pounds. I said I'm going to exercise 3 times a week, and my exercise was walking. There's a walking track near my house where I live now, and so I would go there Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I would walk for 30 minutes, and then I'd go home. So I would just exercise 3 times a week for 30 minutes each day, and that's all I did. I said I'm going to start small. I'm going to start consistently doing something. And then you might be thinking like, well, 30 minutes, that doesn't really do much. And I mean, yeah, you're right. But the formula to success is be, do, have. You must become, and then you will do, and then you will have. And what that 3 times a week is, that was me re-becoming the person I needed to be in order to do the things I needed to do, in order to have the things I needed to have. The mistake we often make is we start with step 2. We think I don't have because I don't know what to do. And so then when we find the things to do, we go 100% into it. We go big, we go big or go home. And then when we go so big and we haven't become the person that would just naturally do those things, then we fail, then we stop. We don't change anything that first needed to be changed in order to do the things, in order to have what we want to have. My business mentor says, people will not consistently act in a way that's inconsistent with how they see themselves. If you don't see yourself losing weight, if you don't see yourself, getting back down to a certain size, if you don't see yourself, buying the size pants you used to buy, or wearing that size shirt you used to wear, if you don't see yourself doing that here, if you don't mentally have an image of a vision of what you want, you won't go get it. And getting a vision in your head is part of becoming who you need to become. Because if you become the person if you become the person you need to become, then you'll just naturally do those things. Think, what is the person that would naturally do these things? And again, I said, I know I'm not going to work out 6 days a week, go from doing nothing to doing everything. I said, I know I won't do that. I know me. I got to start small. And so I started with, I didn't go out and buy a gym membership, whether expensive or not expensive. I said, I want to make sure that I'm doing the right things first. I want to make sure that I'm telling me I am going to do these things. I wouldn't give myself a choice. I'd say, okay, Saturday's coming. I am going to do my 30 minutes of walking. It's not a choice. I made a commitment to myself. I said, I'm going to do these things. I said, I don't like the way I look. I want to look something different. And so I have to do something different. So then I said, okay, I am going to walk 30 minutes 3 times a week, and that's going to be my exercise. And then when I can consistently do that, well, then I'll think about getting a gym membership. Because then once I've been consistently walking 3 times a week for 30 minutes, I said, then I know I'm getting in the habit. I'm re-becoming the person that exercises on a regular basis. So before I go out and spend money, I'm going to do the free things. Because if I can't do the free things, I'm definitely not going to do the paid things. It's just going to be something I pay. I waste several months on a gym membership and then go cancel because I'm not using it anyway. And I just wasted all that money on something I didn't even need. Like I said, I lost 40 pounds and didn't go to the gym at all. I just went and walked. And actually, I enjoyed my 30-minute walk so much that I was like, okay, I'm going to walk an hour. So then I eventually upped it to an hour, and I would walk an hour and absolutely love, still go on the walks, still walk 3 times a week. I've added a little bit more onto that, but I still do my walking because I've enjoyed it so much. So that's the first thing I did, was exercise 3 times a week for 30 minutes. And then the second thing I did was I applied the 80-20 rule. For those of you that don't know what the 80-20 rule is, it means you have your week, 7 days. 80% of your 7 days is committed to doing the right things. I would only drink water. For me, I love soft drinks and candy. I said, I'm going to save that to the weekend. And so an easy way for me to split it up is Monday through Friday, I would do all the right things I needed to do. I would eat what I needed to eat. I would drink what I needed to drink. And the thing is, it wasn't even like my diet was super strict. I just stayed away from the obvious things. The super sugary stuff like, desserts, candy, soft drinks, even some juices. And I said, I'm going to drink, I'm only going to drink water. And then with my food, again, I just stayed away from the obvious stuff, the fried foods, deep fried, processed. I would try and eat at least whole foods. And not the brand Whole Foods, but just, stuff that wasn't processed. And so it's not even like my diet was, 100% what it should have been. It was just, I said, okay, I'm going to eat better and watch my portions. And so what I did was I just said, okay, I'm going to start with a 2,000 calorie diet, just a plain 2,000 calorie diet. And I thought, I was like, hey, okay, what do I want to eat for breakfast? So then I decided what I want to eat for breakfast, worked out my calories there, said, okay, what do I want to eat for lunch? What do I want to eat for dinner? And so I just worked out, what do I want to eat? And just became mindful of what I was eating. Because when eating becomes mindless, overeating becomes routine. And when you don't even think or consider what you're eating, you just eat and eat and eat and follow your desires and not what you want. You're just thinking about the thing you want right now instead of the thing you want long term. I was keeping my mind, my vision on what I wanted long term. So it gave me the strength to do what I needed to do during the week. So that way when the weekend came, then I could eat the things I wanted. Back to the 80-20 rule, 80% of your week is doing the right things. 20% of your week is, eating what you want. Now let me be clear. That 20% of your week, that doesn't mean you make up for the 80% in the 20%. If it was, if I used to drink a soft drink every day, that doesn't mean I drink 5 soft drinks on Saturday and then a few more on Sunday, or drink 3 on Saturday and 2 on Sunday. No. I was still mindful about what I was eating. You should always be mindful about what you're putting in, because what you put in is fuel for your body. And you want to make sure your body has good fuel, enough fuel to do what you need to do. And if you're just simply mindful about what you're eating, that'll make the huge difference. Again, I'm not saying that you're going to lose 40 pounds. Again, you might not even have 40 pounds to lose. It's crazy to me to think I had 40 pounds to lose, but I did. And like I said, I just did those simple things. I started small and kept doing the little things. And again, like I said earlier, it's the compound effect. When I consistently do the right things, I'll eventually get to the goal I want. A brick house isn't, they just take a pallet full of bricks, throw it at the house, and hopefully it works. No. They lay brick by brick. And eventually, brick after brick, they'll eventually make what they're trying to make. You have to consistently do the little things. You have to consistently do the right things. Again, working out 3 times a week, 30 minutes a day, that wasn't much, but I consistently did those things. I consistently worked out. Even if I didn't feel like it, I consistently worked out. And for me, I started walking when it was in the dead of winter. There was many times I went walking, it was 25 degrees, but I said, I am going to do this. I became the person. By getting a vision in my head, I became the person that would just naturally do the things that would produce the outcome I wanted to have. So for you, start somewhere. If you say, hey, I don't have a track near me, maybe you live in an apartment complex, walk around your apartment. Maybe you could walk around your business. If you work at a business that has, a small gym in the business, or they provide that for their employees, go walk on the treadmill for 30 minutes. Walk around your house, walk on your property, walk up and down your road, measure a distance that's 15 minutes that way, 15 minutes this way. Just do something, start somewhere. But don't think that you have to go out and get a gym membership. You have to replace all of your bad foods with good ones. and then you have to make this grandiose gesture that's going to inspire you to do the right thing. No. Start small. Start with something you'll actually do. For me, I know I'll walk 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week. I know I can do that. Now, again, there was times where I didn't want to, and during the week there was times where I didn't fully follow my plan. But the important thing to remember is just because I failed this time doesn't mean my entire week is lost, or doesn't mean the past few weeks have been lost. You're going to mess up. Allow yourself to fail. But when I do mess up, that means I get right back on track the next time. That means, tomorrow's breakfast is exactly what I need. Tomorrow's lunch is exactly what I planned. Tomorrow's dinner is exactly what I planned. Just because you fall down, that doesn't mean you're a failure. It's when you don't get back up. That's when you're a failure. And if I, I love vanilla Coke. If I drink a vanilla Coke on Wednesday, you better believe I'm not going to have another one till the weekend. Because just because I messed up here doesn't mean my entire week is gone. So again, start somewhere. Start somewhere you'll keep going. Because chronic health is about building a life of continuous health. What does chronic mean? It means reoccurring. With chronic illness, chronic inflammation, chronic pain, it means pain or inflammation that is reoccurring. It comes back. What we're trying to do is build a life of chronic health. Building a life that you're continuously doing the things, continuously doing the right things that you'll do in order to build a life of health, a life of you feeling better, a life of you getting good sleep, a life of you, looking better, and a life of you thinking better about yourself. Because something people don't talk about is, exercising, eating right, doing the right things. It makes you feel better, it makes you look better, and it makes you think better about yourself. Because think about it, whenever you choose a salad over a hamburger, man, you feel good about yourself. Like, yeah, I could have made a good decision. Think about if you continuously make those good decisions. You keep building your house brick by brick. You'll eventually get there. So in summary, I worked out 3 times a week, 30 minutes a day. You could do whatever you want to do. Just do some type of exercise, 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week. And then apply the 80-20 rule. 80% of your week, eat good things and drink good things. And then 20% of the week, you can have what you want. But even I can't stress this enough, even in that 20%, still be mindful about what you're eating, because that's just as important. But that 20% allows you to have the things you want, allows you to have the vanilla Coke that you enjoy, the candy you enjoy, the dessert you enjoy. But whenever you're eating those things, whenever you get some ice cream that you like, get less than you normally would. If you normally get 3 scoops, only take 2 scoops. Because again, we're trying to build a life of health. And building a life of health is continuously doing the right things. Consistency beats intensity every time. Be consistent. Before I let you go, I just want to let you know, if you have any questions about anything health or fitness related, or you want to let me know how this video helped you, put it down in the comments below. If I can, I'll answer your question right then and there. If I can't, I'll make a whole video answering your question. I post videos every Tuesday, and if you want to burn some extra calories, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell icon, so that way you'll be notified right when my videos go up. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.